Hey friends, it's Jacqueline here. In today's video, I'm bringing my review, demo, swatches, comparisons, and this makeup look using the brand new Tom Ford Bitter Peach collection. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to know all the details about this new limited edition Bitter Peach collection from Tom Ford, then just keep on watching. Not only Chanel and Dior are showering us with new releases, but also Tom Ford. He just launched his Bitter Peach collection inspired from the private fragrance Bitter Peach by Tom Ford, which was launched in 2020. And also, very soon, we're going to be seeing 3 new eyeshadow quads from Tom Ford in his regular formula, not the wet and dry formula, launching. So that's going to be really exciting too. But it's kind of like, okay, the luxury brands, they are like up and going for 2022. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Bitter Peach collection, which comes with 1 eyeshadow quad in the shade Belle de Peche, and also 2 lipsticks. One of them is a little bit more nude in tone, and the other one seems to be a little bit more intense, a little bit more deep. I decided to purchase the one that it was more, again, nude in tone, which is called Cherie. So I'm going to give you swatches, we're going to create an eye look, and we're going to try these products that I'm super excited for. And the reason why I'm excited for this launch is because every time that Tom Ford has come out with a exclusive and limited edition collection for one of his fragrances, whether it was Rose Freak or Lost Cherry, they were repeated same quads that perhaps you already had on your collections, and it was like, okay, this is kind of like a missing opportunity to bring something new and exciting, new shades at least. No, it didn't happen, and it seems like, or I hope, I want to think that they are listening to us. And on this case, actually, this eyeshadow quad doesn't only have shades that we haven't seen in Tom Ford's line. They are more, I mean, like the name implies, peach, but also it's a new formulation. So to me, that is exciting. So let's go ahead and take a pic right here of this baby. This is the Unicorn. The palette is made in Italy. And right here it says Belle de Peche. And the quad comes in the typical suede-like pouch. In this case, is peach to go with the theme. And then here you have a Tom Ford. Ooh, this is exciting to me. Let's take it out. There you go. All peach. Like I said, inspired by Bitter Peach. And then let's just see how it looks inside. You got your 2 applicators as per usual. And as you can tell, this is very different, not only in shades, but also in formulation for what we have seen before from Tom Ford. Super, super pretty. I love the shades. They look a little bit, when in person, more neutral in tone. I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch them for you. Ooh. You know, they feel creamy. And actually, I was looking at it under the light, and they all have this kind of like soft matte finish, and they do have little specks of shimmer, but they are not chunky glitters. I mean, they are imperceptible to the eye. You have to look very, very close. And I was actually doing a reel for this collection, and so I had it very close to the window on the sunlight, and you could see it really well, those little specks, but you cannot see them when swatching them. And by the way, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Welcome to all of you. I film in natural light, so hopefully this video really serves you to see how this palette and that lipstick will look, you know, if you were to see it in person. Okay, let's go ahead and swatch this right here. Now the formula, it's a baked gelée formula, and it glides so easy. So this one is a neutral color with a hint of peach. This one right here is more of like a warm peachy tone. Now let's see shade. Oh, okay, this one is even peachier. And then let's see this one right here, which is your brown tone. Definitely leans very, very warm. Okay, let's go ahead and start with this eye look. Sonia G Classic Crease, and let's go for the lightest shade. This is definitely kind of like my skin shade. It gave me a little bit of a hint of color, but not by much. BK Beauty 205 brush, and I'm gonna apply it on the outer third of the eyelid. Sonia G Builder Pro, and I'm gonna go with this peachy shade, and I'm gonna take it from the inner portion of my eyelid all the way until it meets the other shade. Oh, I like this shade right here actually, and it's gliding super smooth. It looks so smooth because of the type of the formulation. BK Beauty 207 brush, and I'm gonna go to the deepest shade, and I'm just gonna deepen out the outer V. BK Beauty 204 brush, and let's go to this shade. Sonia G Flat Definer, and I'm taking this shade beneath my lower lash line. I'm gonna intensify this shade by using my finger. Oh yeah, definitely you can intensify if need be. I went ahead and applied some mascara, eyeliner. I will be leaving all the details of the products that I'm reviewing today, as well as the rest of my makeup, on the description box below for your convenience. You know that, my friends. Okay, so now, as you can tell, I don't have any bronzer and I don't have any blush right here, because this formulation, although I mentioned it at the beginning that this is a new formulation from Tom Ford, that we haven't seen it before on an eyeshadow format. Listen now to me. We have seen it before many times on his blush formulation. So here, for example, I have Lissome 05, and I think you're able to still find this one. If I find it, I will make sure to link it on the description box below. One that we cannot find anymore, this was limited edition. This is Paradise Last, which is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and this one right here has that coral shade right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, compare it, swatch it, and whatnot. And then we also have this amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, stunning highlighter palette in Reflex Gilt. Again, same BECKHAM formula. It looks kind of like if it has a embossing of a waffle. I know, that's funny, but anyhow, look at these right here. Look them close, side by side. See right there, it is the same formulation. So let me just show you right here, Paradise Last, and here I have Lissome. The one from Lissome, this one, I'm gonna swatch it on the very top. This has more pink in it. And then this one right here from Paradise Last, just gonna swatch it on the side. Again, very coral. And then these are here again from Lissome, pink, completely, I mean, pink in tone. Okay, so although we have seen the formulation before on these dual blushes and highlighters from Tom Ford, we haven't seen the shades, or at least that I mean, there's other collection. I also have here this Soleil Contouring Compact in the Afternooner. Now this one is not available anymore, and the formulation is very alike, very alike as well. I know this is like reflecting so much light, so hold on, let's see. There you go. There's a shade right there, and I'm gonna swatch it right here on this side. Yeah, this has more a lighter undertone to it too. So now let's go ahead and use this eyeshadow palette as a blush. So I think I want to use this shade right here first, and I'm gonna use it like on the front, on the apples of my cheeks. And this is not a tiny brush, this is, you know, a regular size brush. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the peachy shade right here, and I'm gonna gonna take this shade and draping it back on my cheek, towards the temple. There you go, really beautiful shade. And definitely if you are of a deeper complexion, you can even go with the shade right here. If you have more of like a medium tan skin tone, I am a light to medium skin tone. And then I'm gonna go again with the shade right here, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on my nose. And now let's try the lipstick in Cherie. Now this lipstick is made in Belgium, which, if I'm not mistaken, my Tom Ford lipsticks, they are made in Italy. But I mean, regardless, let me just show it to you. Packaging very consistent with the theme bitter peach. Beautiful. There you go, that's the shade. Now let's go ahead and swatch it. Ooh, that's a really beautiful shade. It has some pink in it. Not much of like peach, but I mean, if you compare it with the eyeshadow quad, this leans a little bit pinky, which I don't mind. Really pretty shade. I think, you know, this has a little bit of peach, but also has a hint of pink in it, making it really beautiful. And then the finish is a matte finish, but you know, Tom Ford matte formulation is very comfortable, it's non-drying, it's very nice and creamy. So here you go, Cherie. I'm gonna compare these lipsticks to other of my lipsticks from Tom Ford. I do have here Sable Smoke, and I'm just comparing it because this is a nudie shade. Put it on the top. This has more brown in it. And then I have here Carry Cool. This one right here is very hard to find. Sometimes you'll be able to find it. This was from the Soleil collection, I think 2018 or 2018. Okay, Close by Carry Cool has a little bit more pink in it. And then I have here the shade Flesh, which I absolutely love. Ooh, Flesh may look a little bit more close to this Cherie. You know, let me just swatch Cherie underneath Flesh again. Cherie has a little bit more pink in it. Okay, let me get you closer right here. So I have Cherie right here, Sable Smoke, Carry Cool, Flesh, and Cherie again. I'm gonna go ahead and complete my makeup. I'm gonna apply bronzer, highlighter. I'm gonna remove or just keep the same lipstick, but just, you know, line it a little. And then I will be right back with you to give you my thoughts about this collection. Ready to give you my final thoughts right here about this new Bitter Peach collection from Tom Ford. Starting with the eyeshadow quad, I have to give credit that they have listened to us, that we do not want to see limited edition packaging with the same eyeshadows that we already perhaps have on our collections. I mean, we want to see things that are new. Now, I know, I mean, you were able to see in this demo that we have seen this formula before in the blushes, but now brought to us in eyeshadow. The formulation hasn't changed. They do have nice amount of pigmentation, but because they are, not only because they are baked gelée, but the way that they are pressed, the silkiness of it, they are a little bit harder to pick up. That doesn't mean that you will not get pigmentation, but they are just a little bit harder to work with. In fact, at the beginning I was trying to, you know, like blend my eyeshadows with my natural hair bristle brushes, and I decided to instead change them for my synthetic brushes from BK Beauty, which are excellent brushes, really good if you have sensitive eyelids or if you have aging eyelids. I'm on my 4th floor, so my eyelids, they are not as firm as once upon a time, and those brushes, they actually picked up really well the products. What I'm thinking too, I didn't use my refer brushes, and if you have refer brushes, these will also pick up this type of product. So you just have to work it a little bit more. If you have more of fair skin, it will show a little bit faster on you, but if you are light, medium tan, you're gonna have to build them up. But the beautiful thing about this formulation is how creamy and how smoothing it looks on the eyelids, because if you have tried the blushes on these duos right here, you know that your skin looks very perfected. And although I mentioned at the beginning that these eyeshadows, they do have little specks of shimmer, they are just so micro, they are tiny, like even not even as big as if you have, you know, like an ink dot, not even as big as that. I mean, like they are almost imperceptible. If I'm looking right here, imperceptible. If I'm looking right here, imperceptible. If I'm looking right here, imperceptible too. I have to look at to, you know, to the sunlight to really see them. So the formula is beautiful, very forgiving if you have a lot of folds on your eyelids or if you have aging eyelids. Now, what I would have to change, and you know, my friends, I love to design and I love to give feedback, even if the brand doesn't care, they don't know who I am, they didn't send these to me, I purchased them with my own money. But I think here they missed an opportunity, because to me this shade right here on my skin tone didn't make anything. So I would have changed it for something along the lines of the highlighter, you know, like a metallic shade in this same formulation, because this formulation again is very forgiving but very wow, you know, boom out there, you know, it's gorgeous but it's very forgiving, as you can tell. So I would have changed, you know, this one even perhaps to just a simple champagne warm shade, and then this one right here I would have kept it, or even this one right here to a champagne peachy tone, like metallic shade in the same formula. That would have been amazing. And perhaps this shade right here, make it even a little bit more deeper, because again, the type of formula that, I mean, it did work and it deepened it out the eye look, but even if it was just a little bit more deeper, it would have been a little bit better. And by adding, say, those kind of like metallic shades again in the same formulation, you would have not only an eyeshadow quad that works completely as an eyeshadow quad as it does right now, but also as a blush palette and also as a highlighter palette. So do you see, if they would have thought it that way, I don't know, sometimes I wish to have, you know, a say on, like, you know, you're designing something, can I keep my foot for that right here? But other than that, I really enjoy the palette, and I enjoy it because I don't have these shades on this formulation from Tom Ford on any of his blushes. As you were able to see right here, they all have another tone, and I don't have peach shades from any eyeshadow quads from Tom Ford. I mean, there's a few peachy shades, but they are, you know, kind of the celestial formulation, which it's gorgeous too, but not in these matte intense shades that, you know, they are very peachy and actually, you know, really speaks about the fragrance. Bitter peach. I think the inspiration is there and it reflects the inspiration. Is there room for improvement? Obviously, yes. And then as far as the lipstick, I mean, the lipstick looks beautiful. I love the tone because it's a nudie tone with just a little bit of peach. It's very pretty and creamy. I really like it. And these eyeshadows right here, you know, using them as blush, also they look very beautiful. Okay, my friends, like I said, I will keep you posted when the 3 new eyeshadow quads become available, that it will be in any point in time right now. Those are on the regular formulation, so it's not the wet and dry formula. And oh, you know what, another thing that I wanted to say, I don't feel that you or anybody has to be scared that the wet and dry formula will be fading away. I mean, I haven't heard anything from the brand saying so, and that includes my essay and whatnot. I think they are just, you know, trying something different on this type of limited edition palette, which I appreciate. But in regards disappearing completely the wet and dry formula, I kind of doubt it a little, because that formula is their best seller, and you know, getting rid of a bestseller, that would be suicide right there for the brand. So I don't think it will disappear. If you are a little bit like, oh my gosh, they are changing it, the wet and dry formula will not be available anymore, you know, I will say, well, then go ahead and, you know, see if you want to get, I don't know, that eyeshadow quad that you have been eyeing for forever. That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you go ahead and do it, because again, those are speculations that I haven't heard from the brand at all and whatsoever. So anyhow, my friends, this again makes it for this video. I hope that you found it helpful, informative, and now I would love to know from you. Are you excited to try this Bitter Peach collection? Are you excited to see the 3 new eyeshadow quads from Tom Ford? Let's continue the conversation on the comment section down below. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share with family and friends, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye bye.